in Canada because
a boot. Not a boot. Sorry.
Sorry about the background noise. I got the 3D printer going here. Reprinting the taillight for the Gullwing because I broke it. So I made a couple of small tweaks to the design and we'll see how this one turns out. So just a quick little video. Grab my coffee here. North Mountain Fine Coffee, not a sponsor, but they should be. So I'll start with this. Colin sent this over to me. It's something that he was using. And I don't know how to use it. I'll have to get him to show me, but apparently it's a water purification system. So, yeah, Sawyer Mini. Alright, yeah. So whenever you start to do a video, you probably should check and make sure you have fresh batteries. Anyway. And yes, I'm in Christmas jammies, if you can see that. If you can't, well, then I just outed myself. So, I'm about to do a little research on how to run this. So, how it works. Colin uses this, he likes it. I'll get him to kind of show me, give me a demo on how to do it. And maybe we'll bring this back out on the trail at some point and show everybody how it works. Anyway, not a lot of relevance to the garage channel, but now more relevance to the garage channel is this. Now, the back of the bike, I just use it's like one of these cheap Amazon mole, M-O-L-E, not M-O-L-L-E, Molly, I don't know. Anyway, the military stuff with all the webbing, so you can put stuff together. It's wearing through. I put foam inside of it to try to keep wrenches from rubbing and stuff, but it's not a real toolkit. So I was looking at some of the fender bags. Colin's got a really nice one, Nelson Rig, ADV channel sponsor. Well, sort of anyway. They send us stuff from time to time to look at. So I consider that a sponsor. And they got nice bags, but of course Colin's got one, right? And we know what quality they are, so I wanted to try something different. Now he never puts it on the fender. He always straps it somewhere else in the bag. So let's have a look at this sucker. One of the unique features that I wanted about this was the hook. So you can hook it on something and all your crap doesn't fall out. Oh, cool. Have I got any wrenches or stuff in here? No, not really. Yeah, something like that in there. So, boom. So when you unroll, hang it on the toolbar, or on your handlebar or whatever, and there you go. Pocket in here with stuff. Oh, that's kind of cool. That's the thing where you put your bits. Kind of neat. It feels like thick denier or not ballistic nylon or whatever you want to call it. The stitching is good. No missed stitches, no weird stuff. The hook's got kind of like a rubbery coating on it, so it shouldn't scratch whatever you're hanging up. At least it rubs off, but maybe it won't. You know, we'll see how long that lasts. You can always just wrap some electrical tape around it if you need to, but yeah, like I'm pretty impressed with it. Now, I don't know, this writing's hard to read. Conversion table, miles, kilometers, PSI. These tools belong to, oh, you got a place to put your name, and then a ruler. So I don't know how, you could put something up if you really needed to. You can put it up here, kind of get yourself, okay, that's 1 inch wide. So that's kind of handy. It's got some neat features, some unique features I haven't seen in any other bag. So, all right, we'll see how that, we'll get our tools moved over, and we'll see how well that thing does. On to something else. So You guys have seen the DRZ project, Tim's DRZ. So he got me onto this last year. So he also rides. He's the guy on the DDV channel. I don't think he's ever been on the channel with the DRZ running. So just because of that really weird problem that we've been having. So he got a CRF 450L secondhand last year. We've been kind of itching to do a video on it just because that was a unique bike. I won't get into it too much in this video, but one of the criticisms was it was just too pricey. It didn't quite compete with the KTM Huskies and whatnot. But as a secondhand bike, as a used bike, if you pick it up at a decent price, well, you know, it's a pretty good bike. So this is my old LG G6 phone. Now this is supposed to be waterproof or resistant outside, or like without a case. So basically the plan is here. It still works. The battery life is so-so on it. I'm going to plug the charge hole up and the speakers and stuff so that absolutely no water can get in this thing. And then it's going to go in here. So that goes in there. And then how do I... Oh, this button right here. Boom. There we go. Now this isn't a... I don't know, any of those fancy quad locks or whatever. But it does have a QI, and that's what this phone needs. It needs a QI wireless charger. It comes with a couple of accessories here. So Tim's got one he's mounted on his 450L, and we all use Gaia GPS. And that way you can, you know, I mean, you can, well, I shouldn't say we all do, because Colin does, and Colin uses a Garmin. It's actually a model he picked up secondhand. It's got big buttons. I think it's made for marine, so it was a little cheaper than the motorcycle specific, because Garmin really get you with the motorcycle specific ones. It's crazy. So this is an alternative. So Gaia GPS, it's a yearly subscription, and you can. I don't think it was in there. Maybe. Let go of that. That goes in there. I'm gonna assume that goes in there like that. There we go. There we go. So, I probably shouldn't have done that until I figured out what I'm gonna do with all these. Anyway, this I'm gonna assume that this goes on your mirror, and that clamps on there. If you don't have a space in your handlebar, you can use your mirror mount. That's kind of cool, right? Anyway, so Gaia GPS yearly subscription. It's got topographical maps. You can, you know, it'll record breadcrumbs. I'm not very good with it yet, so I don't know, but probably we'll do a more in-depth review at some point on the ADV channel. Just because both Tim and I are using it. Another guy we ride with on occasion uses it. So that'll be loaded up, and that'll be the only thing loaded up on this phone. And this will save me putting my iPhone up there and getting that beat up and bashed up and then breaking. So if something happens to this phone, you can always go on and buy a secondhand phone. You just need something that's going to be waterproof or has a waterproof case available for it that'll fit into this mount and not block your wireless charging. And something capable of running Gaia. And it doesn't take a whole lot. But then you can load your maps up, and you can have this on your you know, your navigation on your handlebar all the time, because this wires into your battery or to a wired source and charges and keeps your phone charged all the time. Now, I have read or heard of wireless chargers becoming overheated and not doing a good job, like in Arizona or, you know, summer in Southern California or something. But oh, it actually comes with an inline fuse too, and there's a spare one in the box. Wow, that's actually pretty cool. So you don't have to wire in anything. I actually bought some of those blade fuses that I could wire in line with this, but now I guess I don't have to. I'll just choose this one for now. Yeah, the blade fuses may be easier to find when you're out somewhere and you need one, so maybe I'll do that. But anyway, back to wireless charging. Yeah, I heard that it just overheats too much and the phone will shut down or stuff like that. But up here in Canada, like, it's just not that big of a deal. We never get that hot, so the phone's really never going to see, like, we have to worry more about rain than about, you know, overcharging heat. So this has an on-off switch in the back. Boom, boom. It's all waterproof. Plus, it has a USB charging port that you can use to charge other things. So I don't have a USB charging port on the DRZ. I did hook up those cheap Amazon hand warmers, but I don't have a charging port. So this will give me a charging port. It gives me the wireless charging to the phone. So basically, this is my navigation system, and I'll be able to keep that up and have that open all the time. So they gave you a second rubber thing. So this would be for your 1/8 bar or your 1-inch bar, I guess. It might fit 1 1/8. 25.4 millimeter. I think that's a 1-inch bar. It's the Harley bar. But I suppose you probably just leave them out altogether for the 1 1/8. So a fat bar, you know, or you could always do this mount. So mount that to somewhere else, like to your mirror. And it looks like that's a pass-through, because you can still actually put your mirror on there and screw that down. You just need to make sure the mirror stock has got a little extra length on the threads. Anyway, I just wanted to unbox that stuff, show you kind of what's, you know, upcoming on the channel, what we're going to work on. We'll do an install video of this, and we'll probably do a little follow-up video on this just to see where I've got all my tools and how it performs in the actual field. And if you guys are interested, we'll look at that too. So yeah, all right, well, for Trail Trash ADV, it's a simple video. If you like this content, like and subscribe, and I'll catch you on the next video. You know we're in Canada because...
A boot! A boot! Sorry.